Good evening. It's my pleasure to share a speech entitled, Never Compromise Your Self-Story. In our English class, we discussed the lesson, Never Compromise Your Self-Story from the book, The Diary of a CEO. It begins with a powerful idea from psychology and personal development. The story you tell yourself becomes the life you eventually live. Over time, your self-story shapes your choices, your actions, and ultimately your future. In other words, the way you describe and understand yourself can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now think about this. If our self-story shapes our lives so powerfully, we need to ask an important question. Are we consciously writing our own story or simply going through life day by day? Sadly, few people ever stop to ask that question. Most conversations revolve around food, shopping, travel, or daily responsibilities. People stay busy with work, school, and responsibilities, yet rarely pause to reflect on personal growth. Without that reflection, it's easy to drift through life instead of living with meaning and purpose. But why does that reflection matter so much in writing our own self-story? The author reminds us that our self-story influences our confidence, resilience, and willingness to keep going when things get tough. Research even suggests that mental toughness and grit often matter more than talent or intelligence. This is encouraging because our inner story is not fixed. It can grow, change, and be rewritten. Now you may wonder how your self-story is actually written. It's not through words alone, but through action, consistent action. Every time you show up, do your work responsibly, keep a promise, or try again after failure, you gather evidence about the kind of a person you are becoming. If you want to build a better future, start collecting stronger evidence for your self-story. Evidence that you are greater than your doubts, braver than your fears, and more persistent than your setbacks. That's why you never compromise your self-story. The story you choose to believe yourself today will become the life you live tomorrow. Thank you.